How are you doing? This is Pastor Charles Jefferson of Goodness and Mercy Ministry Church in Chesapeake, Virginia. Welcome to our television ministry and video time. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We appreciate all you that watch us on YouTube. Thank you for viewing us. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm continuing the conversation about the mandatory voting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I stated before, when I started the YouTube channel and the Facebook channel, I didn't want to use those channels to tell you if I'm a Republican or Democrat. And like I stated before, how you doing? Like I stated before and everything, I didn't want to use that because so many people watch us on the social sites. They could damage my words. But I have to bring up a political issue in continuation of what we talked about. Okay? All right. Now, you know, in politics, ever since I watched politics, there's a lot of bills that sounds very goofy, sounds very crazy, but when you read the devil in the details, if those goofy, crazy, seem like they're kiddish style bills pass, it'll put you in a lot of bondage. And sometimes those bills die out, I'll admit. So when you bring them up, it sounds like you're bringing up something dumb and stupid. And you can't imagine America even forcing those laws. But sometimes when we ignore those little bills and little legislations that seem like they're going to die in the water, so to speak, sometimes they end up gripping us. And that's why I'm bringing up mandatory voting thought that they're tossing around to you. And if it never does any good, wonderful. But if it does, it'll be bondage. So you still need to pay attention to it. Now, like I say, whether you are a supporter of President Obama or not, on TV, it's not somebody lying on him. It was him that said recently, I just don't know what day he said it, he said that he thinks there should be mandatory voting. I think one of the other countries have that. I don't know if it's France or Germany, where everybody has to vote or pay a fine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen, this is a terrible thing. You got to keep up on it. Now, look, mandatory voting is definitely something you do not want to happen. Okay? You don't want to be forced to vote. That's a right you have. If you don't want to vote, that is your right. You understand? So whether you're a Democrat, Republican, whether you support President Obama or don't want him to continue, or didn't want him to win, I should say, because he's almost out of office. His 2 terms are coming to an end. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had to, and I don't regret bringing this up. Okay, just pray, just pray, just pray. I don't think you would like it if you're told vote or pay a fine. Think about that day if that happened. He'll be out of office. I think he got 22 months left. I might be wrong on that number. And what will be left, if he goes through with this, President Barack Obama, if he goes through with this and it becomes a law, he'll be gone and we all will have to pay money if we don't vote. So don't take this lightly. I'm not saying be paranoid about it or scared. I'm not saying don't enjoy life or be up on the TV about political legislations. I'm just saying think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Do you actually want a law that says that if you don't vote, you get fined? You know, I know another country does that, but we don't want that. I believe you don't. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or Libertarian or whoever you feel free to affiliate yourself with. There's no way I could be a pastor and don't mention these things. You know, so just think about it, keep up on it. I'll be keeping you up on it. But once again, you can check it out for yourself. President Obama is bringing up the subject that there should be mandatory voting. And you don't want a law that says if you don't vote, you'll get fined. So I thank you for your time. That's all I wanted to say on that subject. Just God bless you. Keep up on things. Don't relax. Don't just think things won't pass. Because when you think things won't pass, a lot of times you're right, it doesn't pass. But the ones that do end up becoming our tax burden. Just another tax. That's all that is. It's another. Here's the thing. They might not even care if you vote. It's just another tax. Now, let's talk about this before we close, though. It's important we talk about this. I'll tell you what. Even if you ignore this advice, and that's your right, I won't be mad. Trust me, I'm not going to be mad. You do not have to agree with me. Let me make it clear. You don't have to agree with me. So let's say you don't agree with me, and it passed. And all of a sudden, in the United States of America, you got to vote or get fined. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, and this I hope you take seriously. If this bill passed, and everybody better vote and get fined, you better get into politics. I mean, really. I'm not being sarcastic, but you should, because you know why? When it comes to bills and legislation, don't go by the speeches on the press conference. You got to read the devil in the details. I'm telling you, a lot of bills and legislation sounds very like they're rescuing you from Republicans and Democrats. Sound like they're giving you a rescue. They're thinking about mankind. And some of it is good, and not all of it is bad. Let me make it clear. Now, all legislation from political Republicans and Democrats are not all bad. Some of them do help people, okay? But a lot of times the devil's in the details. That's not my statement. That's a statement I heard from a political expert. The devil's in the details. And if they pass that bill that you better vote or get fined, you better understand and learn about bills, what's in them, the little details, because I'm telling you, the little things that's hard to read sometimes become a hard tax burden. And I mean hard. So God bless you. Love you. See you later.